And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be Counter Logic Gaming EU versus Moscow5. Here we go again. The DreamHack Finals, the DreamHack Groups, the best games you've ever seen in your life are about to be replayed. And it is going to be live here on my channel, Deman. Please feel free to go out to the internet world and spread the love that is my channel and get people watching this, because I don't think it's really linked anywhere other than just me doing it, because I simply created the channel today. It's not even partnered up. I'm getting absolutely jack squat for doing this. This is just purely for the love of the game, which is great. So, CLG Moscow5. Well, you all saw it. If you didn't see it, you didn't see my voice explode in just, I don't know, eargasms when there was that, they had that insane moment where CLG came back from a 27,000 gold return of insanity. It was pretty mental. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. So if you missed it, well, you missed out on a hell of a game. And we do have a 3-minute delay on the stream now, so apologies if you do see anything. I will not certainly say anything on the chat anymore. I can see you guys on chat, not that I can really read it while I'm casting, but yeah, I won't give anything away, so don't worry. Also, if you're watching other teams' streams, they will have them blacked out so you can hear their comms as well. So if you want them both. Apologies, I haven't been able to switch it to other modes, in code modes. I think Twitch does that, something on the fly. I don't know how it all works. But anyway, picks and bans coming out. CLG with the blue team to begin with. So if you missed it for the final, Moscow5 turned up late for the finals itself. They thought it was 6 PM, which is technically 6 PM was when the finals in the Dream Arena were due to play out, which is where the confusion came out about between these two guys. So they thought 6 PM, okay, we'll be there for 6 PM. It turned out that 4 PM was the time that it was going to be on the second stage, which is the start of the finals. So CLG were all there, ready and waiting. Moscow5 were nowhere to be seen, which is why I think the finals started around about 4:30, maybe even later than that. I think it was very late, and they were within, I think it was 2 minutes of actually forfeiting the first match. Instead, what they did was said, okay, you're going to have to not get first pick, which immediately gave CLG that massive advantage. And this is why I talked about the blue side earlier on. And CLG have mentioned it. They think they've got like a 95% win rate on the blue side. So what they're going to be going here is, I believe, maybe even Nunu to go alongside Ergot. But as you can see, the bands coming out: Shen, Yorick, Karthus, for Moscow5, Enivia, Maokai, Nautilus. They were having a good bit of banter. I did keep it on your screen so you could see the banter between the teams. I know it's good. I know like you guys like to see it, what goes on between these two teams. So it can be very good. So we've got Alistair Cogmore for Moscow5. Nocturne looking like he's going to be picked up as the jungler for CLG. Now, is that Alistair? I think it's probably going to be Gosu Pepper down the bottom lane. Interesting. The reason I talk about this is because they were saying that the Nunu Cogmore doesn't really work in the red lane. And now I think about the red lane, did I have colorblind mode on in the last game? I guess you guys could tell me anyway. I don't know. But nevertheless, we'll stick with this game. Oh, and there we go. This is what we saw in the very first game CLG had in the finals, and it was such a strong lane, that bottom lane. Got Soraka, and they basically said, you know, as soon as we got that picked up, it was GG. It was GG. And CLG were just so confident. As soon as they got there, they were just saying, you know, we're going to get the golems to start with, and we're going to shove it in your face. And we're just going to keep shoving it in your face throughout. And there was nothing at all that Moscow5 could do about it. And it proved that way. Now, Alistair in there is a healer, but he's not the greatest healer in the world. But he does have good heal. He has the headbutt pulverize combo as well. There's quite a lot of versatility in there. And we're seeing Skarner in the jungle here. Skarner, wow, I don't remember the last time I saw Diamond Pro playing Skarner. I know a couple of friends that like Skarner will be quite happy about seeing this one. And also we're going to have Darian on Kennen on that top lane. We've just seen Aurelia versus Kennen in that top lane and how badly it went for that Kennen. Angus played a fantastic Aurelia against him. And Wicked, well, he is probably the most known Aurelia player out there, and we're also seeing Morgana in the middle. So that's a safe middle pick, because we haven't seen what Alex H could be playing yet. Bear in mind, it could be Kennen in the middle. I don't think it will be, but it could be. It could be Kennen in the middle. And Snoopy, we've not seen him play Nocturne for quite a while. And interestingly enough, I mean, he had to go with something because Maokai Nautilus banned out. They were his staple junglers, and they also took away Alistair. So they've basically taken away 3 junglers that know Snoopy plays well. So they're testing Snoopy's abilities here in the jungle, and they've forced him to go to Nocturne. So it's going to be good to see how Snoopy does on that one. We'll keep our eye on it. And what? What? Don't think so. I'm going to wait to see what the final pick is. Soraka, Singe's being picked up, but yeah, not getting locked in. So until that final lock-in comes in, could well be... Who could it be? I mean, Karthus has been banned out. And if he was banned out against Froggen, of course. So they've basically targeted those bans against Froggen and Snoopy that Moscow5 have done. Meanwhile, it's top lane that's affected. Well, I don't know. Shen could be a jungler these days. He's been pretty heavily in the jungle. Yorick definitely been the Darien top lane. Karthus, obviously, Alex has just been playing that as well. Meanwhile, what will be on this top lane or in the middle lane? Could be Vlad. Ken and Vlad. We've seen Moscow5 running Ken and Vlad quite a few times in there. We have seen the switch up of Vlad possibly in the middle lane. It looks like it will be the Ken and Vlad combo. So the Willie the Ancient's double stack is almost certain there. And it's going to be good to see how Diamond Pro does. Now, bear in mind, Lee Sin was available. Diamond Pro has not gone with Lee Sin, which surprises me. I know. I think it was Ocelot that I was talking to at DreamHack, and he was basically saying, you know, Lee Sin, Diamond Pro on Lee Sin, the Q, it's not a skill shot, it's just a headshot. It will land and it will hurt when Diamond Pro is on there. But it didn't happen. I don't know how. But how did Panky know? Oh, I've de-opt him. Whoops. Oh, I've done it again. Oh, well, you were meant to be opt. I don't know how I've done it, Panky, but you were meant to be opt. Nevertheless, I'm distracting away from the game here. Trying to sort my ILs, the chat channel out in Twitch, but meant to give the two mods in there to try and keep things under wraps. You guys starting to build up on the stream as well. It's good to see. It's a few more viewers starting to get in there. CLG versus Moscow5. I did want to get a few co-casters in here to join me, so unfortunately, not many seem to have the tournament client, which what we're using. As you can see, there's only a 30-second delay. I've had to force a 3-minute delay on the stream, so apologies for that, guys. But it is going to get in the way. This is the first match. It is going to be a best-of-3 series, and this is for the qualifiers, for qualifying for Poland. Now, if the other team were to lose this, it's not the end of the world. I'll try and quickly drag over the brackets as you can see them. Let's try and throw them over here. So these are the brackets on your screen. As you can see, Curse just beat Fly to High. SK beat My Corsair. Moscow5 obviously won, and CLG obviously won. So we're at this stage here. It's going to be Curse versus SK, the other game going on right now. And you can't see it because the screen's just now gone blank and the game's about to load. Which is not a bad thing because we're going to get in there. But that's the stage we're at. It is round 2. It is a best of 3. And whoever wins out of this one and the Curse SK is already in Poland. We will not be playing out the tournament for seeding. It will just simply be a case of 4 teams go through. However, they have to get through, don't they? That's how they have to do it. So, what do we got? Let's have a look. CLG versus Moscow5. CLG on the blue side. And as I mentioned, the loser... and actually the highest seed got to pick the blue side. So technically CLG coming in since the highest seed. Is that because they went through in the first tournament? Because Curse and CLG came through in the first tournament. Moscow5 SK in the second tournament. The qualifiers for the qualifiers. Which is confusing, I know. We did have the qualifiers for the qualifiers, and these are the qualifiers. Easy for me to say as an English guy, but you guys listening, and you Russians as well, maybe even watching, be thinking, what is this crazy English bloke going on about? He is just talking mentalness, Domio, and that's all they'll say. And I'm sure the chat will probably be full of Domio if Moscow5 go ahead and win. But anyway, on your screens we will set out the lanes in a moment. We're just waiting to see whether anyone's going to go for any invades. You can see Skarner in a position, Diamond Pro, looking like he's going to be starting possibly blue, or is it red? Because we've got Kenan and Alexic and Darian on Vladimir up here, guarding out the red. Gosu Pepper doing guard duty on patrol between the middle and the lane. Wicked sat their camp, so everybody in stagnant positions. This has kind of become the European thing. People tend to go a little bit more stagnant. It is very dangerous to go that aggressive stance. Crepo was just actually teleported back and didn't buy anything. I don't think he's regened enough gold to buy anything at the moment. Yeah, he wouldn't have regened enough. He's starting with 475. Not too sure why he teleported back. He was up the top here, so he was simply in protective point. There we go. Wicked's teleported back as well. So Wicked's going for... Is he going for a fourth pot? Is he going to wait for a fourth pot? He has got a fourth pot. There we go. He did bought it as I switched it. So Wicked's gone for that fourth health pot. Looks like we're going to have Skarner starting out at the blue. So Diamond Pro will be picking that up. So just have the Wolves there. Wraith's also been picked up. You can see the Dark Binding for Snoopy there. Snoopy getting at least out start. They're getting help from Crepo with those epic flash bananas. If you've missed the flash banana, trust me, go and watch it. It was epic. The kill on PK. Meanwhile, Urgot does return to lane. And Yellow Pete, I would say one of the understated members of CLG. You know, before we came into the DreamHack tournament, nobody was talking about Yellow Pete, but by God was everyone talking about it afterwards, because he was fantastic at that tournament. I don't think he lost the lane once. He was just absolutely destroying the opposition. Very, very strong indeed. We got Wicked diving already on towards Darian at the top there. Game pause has come out. I haven't got chat enabled, I don't think. So I'm going to turn chat on to take a look at what the problem was. Here we go. Pause, pause. Pete's lagging apparently. Crepo's a bad support, can't use pause. Oh, the banter between these guys. I do love the chat. But that's what's happening at the moment. So we're having a slight brief pause moment. I can't even look around the map, which is the annoying part of pause. I wish I could look around on pause mode. But anyway, what's laying out? What's happening in this game so far? So we've had Wicked versus Darian in the top lane. That's Aurelia versus Vladimir turning out in the top, which means the middle lane is Kennen. Alex Ich on Kennen in that mid lane against Morgana. So that's how that one's going to work out, which is obviously Froggen on Morgana. As we know, Froggen is fantastic. And it's good that these players, they both have the utmost respect for each other in that middle. Froggen and Alex Ich, they both, I would class them as the very best in the world in that middle lane. Who would you put up there with them? I don't know. I guess Reginald likes to put himself up there. Would you put some of the Korean guys? Any of the American guys? Would you look at the maybe to Taipei Assassins, which everybody's been bigging up lately? You know, we don't know how these guys are going to work out when they finally meet. It's going to be fantastic when they do. But we're going to have 3 seconds. We're going to be resuming. And if you missed it, Snoopy is in the jungle. He's on Nocturne, and Skarner on the top here as is Diamond Pro. Meanwhile, down that bottom lane, I swear to God, my volume has gone back up again. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Crepo and Yellow Pete down this bottom lane. Soraka and they got very, very strong lane this one. Meanwhile, Ghosty Pepper and Genja down the bottom is Cogmore and Alistair. And as I mentioned, it's going to be a tough lane for the Moscow5 boys down this bottom lane. We do have a little bit of an invade coming around here. Snoopy just checking out the red. And actually, I don't think he was aware that Skarner was just above him. Now he's just seen the Wraiths are gone. He's going to be well aware of that situation. We are going to have Skarner. It looks like he's going to be dashing towards this top lane. I'm going to keep my eye on this one. Going straight towards Wicked. He's going to come around the backside. There is a ward there. So he's going to be aware of the situation. Snoopy is lingering. Look at that. Snoopy's pinged it already. They're like, we know this guy is here. And now they're going to go double team on him. They're going to go straight towards Diamond Pro. They are going to flash through and dive there. Exhaust goes down. Can Snoopy finish him off? Wicked actually pushing him towards the turret. Snoopy just wants to put one Q across. Does land it. Not quite enough damage. 160 health. He will get away with that one. Wicked will return to lane. And a little bit of lane tax coming out from Snoopy. It's like, hey, you know, we tried it. We failed it. But that also means that the Flash, Exhaust, and Ignite were all used up on that top lane. So Wicked using Flash, Ignite. Exhaust was used by Snoopy. So initial gank failing, and Diamond Pro forced back early. But he didn't miss out on anything. He didn't miss out on a damn thing. No lock-on coming out there on Yellow Pete from the... apologies, I'm not quick shot. I don't know the names of these like the back of my hand. This is the Noxian Corrosive Charge. Would be locked on by the Acid Hunter, and he would follow it up. I'm just going to say the lock-on, because that's what I call it. The lock-on and the Q. Everybody plays the game, knows exactly what that is doing. If you don't know the game, you're not going to know what Noxian Corrosive Charge is anyway. You're just going to think I'm talking some alien language. So it looks like Wicked's going to have another dive on towards Darian here. He's just setting himself out. Meanwhile, the middle lane, as I quickly flick down there and knock my headset off as I go. Skillfully done. Nearly interrupted myself because they tried to go for Frog, and now the top lane they can see that Snoopy's going to come back around. Just managed to get the Q down. The spear will proc off. The pull though, the pull will be enough. No, it won't. First blood goes to Wicked. The Ignite running. The top lane will manage to pick up the first kill, and that did surprise me because, you know, I thought he had a lot available. He used the Ignite, used the Ghost, but it just wasn't quite enough to get away. The fear proc going off while he was in the pool. and that is how it works out. So, first blood is CLG, as was the case in DreamHack just last weekend, last Sunday and Monday. Those matches played out. Oh, the lock on towards Genja again there. Yellow Pete keeping that charge going. The Acid Hunter putting the damage down. Meanwhile, the two supports continue to hammer away here, headbutting Crepo in towards Genja, but Genja was too busy having to deal with a fight with Yellow Pete. Yellow Pete actually leveling up the shield there. He certainly used the Terra Capacitor to completely shield himself up against Yellow Pete's, Genja's basic attacks. Meanwhile, Froggen farming up. Froggen has been back, got himself a Doran's ring. Alex Itch yet to go back. Skarner back into his jungle path. So, just under 1k difference, which tells me the farming is going better for Moscow5 at the moment, because the first blood did go to CLG, as Wicked dives across again. Perfectly placed there, just outside of tower range. Stepped a little bit too close towards the end now. Meanwhile, down the bottom they are going to dive on towards Gosu Pepper. He's going to walk away from that one, and Nocturne again coming in. Apologies for my map control. I did not work the map at all at Sweden. It was all done by Garen, so I have got a little bit sloppy. Not really been focused on it. Froggen warding out the raids there. Alexis trying to cut him off, trying to shorten his path, and well, he forced him to go the long way around. He will be missing out on a little bit of experience to place that ward down. So successfully done by Alex. It's all these tiny little things that they do. Wicked again, just poised this time. Looks like he's going to go for the Sheen first, as opposed to what we just saw Angus doing. Angus went for the other. Surprised me that he actually let that one loose to the tower there. Now he's going to pick up a couple of CS, forces Darien away from any CS that he could possibly pick up there. Wicked using that Blade Surge to just farm out all those minions. We'll dive again onto it. Actually missed it there. Now he does pick up the second one. Continues his pressure on towards Darien. Darien, though, getting a lot of good work done, but Wicked with that initial assist kill with Snoopy on that top lane. We saw Morgana taking a walk up. I was waiting to see whether he did complete that journey up, but he didn't. Just backed away. Let's have a look at how the lanes are starting to lay out in the early stages. Down the bottom we got Urgot versus Hogmore. You can see that Urgot is slightly ahead in the CS. Only a just though. Actually no, it's completely even now. I'm completely talking out of my backside. Meanwhile in the middle here, Morgana is ahead of Kennen, only ever so slightly, just 4 CS, not a great big deal. And down the top here, where you would expect Aurelia on 44 to be slightly ahead, but only slightly. It is just the 1. And now it's all even. So, Snoopy is lingering in the mist. Now the back here comes the ulti. They're going to get the fear prog off. Darien will not be able to come out of this one. The pull will go off, but the fear turned him round back into it. And Snoopy picks up the second kill. Ulti went off from Vlad there, but unfortunately that pull effect with the fear is really playing havoc for Darien. And he is causing him a lot of problems. Let's have a look down that bottom. Yellow Pete is porting backwards. And we'll go back to buy. Picks himself up a second Doran's Blade and the longsword built towards that Brutalizer. Meanwhile, Froggen is farmed up. Pot's running. Is he going to go back? No, he's going to pick up the wolves. He's going to pick up the blue, in fact, I like, because he's going to go out Snoopy. Support versus support here. Crepo with those bananas versus Gosu Pepper. Silences him in the face. And Gosu Pepper actually does take a tower hit because the tower had already locked onto the minion. That's kind of the bonus of this lock-on feature that you see now. You know that minion's already been locked on for. Therefore, you can do that little bit of damage, get in and out, and see what's happening. And the pro players certainly taking full advantage of that. Let's have a look towards the top. You can see the raids are being cleaned out by Darien. Oh, the top lane again. Wicked is starting to take control of this. Well, Darien trying to get that Hextech Gunblade. It's Hextech Revolver, should I say, to start with. Want to go straight for the Gunblade. Wants to get that lifesteal on, and well, look at that. The aggression coming out from Wicked here. He feels he can take down Darien solo, and he can! A 1v1 Wicked manages to take him down. Diamond Pro does have his ulti. Can he pull him in? Doesn't really do a great deal of damage with it. Wicked uses the heal there. He's going to get taken down. That was the wish, sorry, that came out, I think, from Crepo. Yes, it was, but Diamond Pro does finish off that with the double buff. Very nicely returned there from Diamond Pro, picking up the first kill for Moscow5. And a much needed one, but Darien is having a lot of problems in that top lane. Froggen meanwhile farming up in that middle. Down the bottom, Yellow Pete also taking a bit of damage. Gosu Pepper being locked on there, and the Acid Hunter continuing to chase on him. So Crepo trying to use that ulti to save Irelia, and it wasn't quite enough. Froggen putting a good shuriken on towards them there. Alexic dodging out the way of that Dark Binding. So Wicked's going to return back to lane. Has picked up the Sheen that as I thought he was going for earlier. It's interesting to see the difference between the players, because we did just see Angush going with the phase and the Zeal to start with against the Kennen in that top lane. But Wicked obviously feels he's got the better of Darien now. Went up for the damage rather than the hit points. Feels he can proc out that damage. Darien, he has finally got that revolver completed. And honestly, he's going to be in trouble. And look at the burst damage from Wicked there straight away. Crazy stuff. The ping goes down towards Diamond Pro down the bottom there. Has got a Oracle on. Nocturne diving in towards the middle lane now. Alexic is going to get caught on the turret. Very nicely done. The Dark Bindings and the ulti running from Froggen there will be enough. Meanwhile, the top lane, Darien, is getting absolutely destroyed here. Apologies because my voice is starting to croak out already. It's not a good sign. The first of a best of 3, but Wicked is really dominating Darien. It's not something you see that often in a game, certainly in League of Legends. The top laner in two very, very top echelon teams being completely dominated by one character. CLG going to take this dragon away. They're going to try and lock onto someone. Oracle's on a switch there. Precision Reverser came out onto a Diamond Pro, pulling Yellow Pete in. They're trying to put the damage down on Yellow Pete. Can they get in to get the smite? Moscow5 stole the dragon there this time. Wish comes out. Wish has just come back up there. Diamond Pro also in trouble now. He's got the Oracle. He does not want to die. He's trying to use his speed buff to get away there. Snoopy now turning his attention on towards Gosu Pepper. Will put the Dark Binding out. No! Gosu Pepper got away. A successful steal from Moscow5 there to get in, smite that dragon down, and come out without anyone dying. That has effectively drew them level in the gold. Very, very nicely played by Moscow5 to avoid the damage that came out from CLG. Apologies as I reposition myself. It's just trying to find a position that's suitable for my voice to not actually croak out while focusing on the damage. Froggen farming up quite happily in this middle. And Relia, of course, if he'd have been involved, Wicked, it definitely would have been different. But Wicked actually half health here, so we've missed an engagement in this top lane. That's obviously drew Wicked a little bit lower in the health this time. He's going to dash on towards Darien. Darien this time feels surely he can get a little bit more out of this one. He's going to die to the Ignite though. Darien will drop again. Wicked is dominating the top lane. 2-1-2 now. Snoopy picks up 2 of the kills. Wicked picks up another 2. 4 deaths so far for Darien in this top lane. It is a disaster. A disaster for Darien on Vladimir. Can they pull themselves back into this one? Moscow5, they're so far behind the top lane. It is going to cause them imminent problems as soon as we start moving into the mid game. Alexic also building up towards that Will in the Ancients. That double stack of Will in the Ancients will help them when they come together as a team. But honestly, it is really one-sided in that top lane. I'm amazed by this. After such a close weekend, Wicked is just feeling super confident after picking up his first tournament win. You know, I say first tournament win, the first big offline tournament win. They picked up the 400 points, and wow, they are really, really strong right now. This is for the position in Poland, remember. This is a guaranteed spot in Poland, which will be happening at the end of July. And you will be able to see all the action there on ESL TV. Of course, we are running on my channel at the moment. It should normally be on ESL TV, but there is a big CSGO tournament, which is why Joe Miller is not joining me. And Wicked now, they need to focus on him. Here we go. Diamond Pro is going to come out. He is going to flash out. The ulti should be able to hook in. Yes, it will. They're going to pull him back. Will they do enough damage on towards Wicked? He's going to dash across again. Uses the blade surge. Tries to avoid it again. But again, it dashes around. He's just delaying the inevitable that will come out. Alexic had also headed up the north there. But instead, meanwhile, we've got Snoopy down the bottom now. Has managed to ninja his way in towards his bottom brush. Genja and Gosu Pepper, unaware of the situation. They've got no vision on this bottom lane now. They are going to ulti across. One ulti on there, though, would make him visible. Blue buff being stolen away by Deman Pro. Good follow-up. This is what Moscow5 do so well. When they get their advantage, they will nail it home. They will beat you in the face and down you with it. There we go. Position reversal on towards Genja. Genja, Snoopy diving straight in. Very nicely played there from Yellow Pete. Is going to flash out, but I think he's going to get taken down by Yellow Pete. Yes, he will. The lock-on came through there, and the Acid Hunter will be enough. Snoopy quite happy to dodge that one. Crepo, I think, had to use the Wish in that fight. Yes, he did, to keep the health up. And, well, Yellow Pete, again, with a great position reverser, has got that brutalizer on now, starting to do some shredding damage on towards Genja. Genja not having a great time of it, but that is only the first death down that bottom there. Darkbind is just missing out on Alexic from Froggen. And we are starting to see a little bit of an action-packed game here. So there's the first Willie the Ancients now completed by Vlad. Meanwhile, Froggen's got his ulti on towards Alexic, just about surges out of that one. And the Ignite running as well. I can never remember the damn name of it. It's Electrical Surge. Should have said so. Say what you see on the screen. I knew it was a surge and it was electrical. Well, what do you know? Yellow Pete, though, down this bottom lane, has picked up that first kill and now obviously passes ahead in the CS. That one you want there, and then you want him there. There we go. Just help him out in the CS, giving you a little bit of a freak view of the scene. So Froggen returning to lane. He went to pick up the blue buff actually. He just went up the top there to get that blue and realised it is not there because Diamond Pro stole it away, remember. Which means, and they warded it as well. Which means Morgana could be missing out here. They're going to try and gank up on Wicked again here. Darien is going to take a lot of damage. He's going to try and dive on towards Darien. Darien wisely uses the pull. Can they finish it off? Darien picks up another kill. This is what they needed. They needed Diamond Pro to start picking on him. Vladimir will always get stronger from level 9 onwards. Now he's got that Willie the Ancient stack completed with Diamond helping him out. He's definitely starting to return the favour on towards Wicked and picks up another kill. Wicked possibly getting a little bit too overconfident early on. Has got that ward down in the river, but you know, it wasn't in the right place and got spotted and caught out by Skarner again there. Snoopy needs to start helping him out here. Morgana has got picked up. He's nearly got that Zhonya's Hourglass. Let's have a look towards these two actually. 142 CS to 132. Didn't go, hasn't got enough quite to complete the Willie the Ancients actually, Kennen, in that middle because he's not been involved in a great deal. He's only got that one death, so not being able to get any kills in there at all. And does just pick up a bit of farm there. Meanwhile, down this bottom lane, Genja, well, you can see he's gone for the Zeal, going for that Phantom Dancer start, as you do on Cogmore these days. It's interesting how the game develops with that sort of way. Oh, they're teleporting in the bush. Will Diamond Pro? Yes, he's going to pop his speed buff. He will. The headbutt comes out. The pulverize on towards Crepo. Crepo's going to be the target. They're going to be able to get on him. Can he flash? Oh, fail flash for Crepo. No bananas will save you this time. Meanwhile, there was a kill on the top. I'm going to rewind quickly, go to that one. We saw Crepo go down, and Vladimir gets taken down by Snoopy on this top lane. You can see Wicked is going to join in. Fear Proc goes off. There's the exhaust. A double blade surge from Wicked to dive onto him. Almost inevitable as he'll go down. And the bottom lane gets the kill as well. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, I'm going to slow things down again because Froggen on Alexic goes off. Alexic manages to pull the ulti down, gets the Ignite down as well on towards Froggen. Double flash through, gets the stun. Oh, the ulti coming out from Froggen. Is it quite enough? Yes, just about. Alexic finishes that one. So all three lanes see in action. And we also saw Diamond Pro coming up to join that one as we speed things up to try and get back to normal. That tower being absolutely wrecked in full speed mode. And we are back to live to see the turret drop. Very, very nice. The top lane going down as well though, so all even in turrets. 7-5 now in kills, so that's 6-2 advantage that CLG already gained. Switching straight back, and Moscow5 is definitely bringing themselves back into this one, are actually leading in gold, but as we know from CLG, gold means nothing when you get to late game. The question is, they do not have an Ivia, they do not have that ability to blockade if they should require late game. The dragon is up. And yep, Crepo is just confirmed. We are seeing Wicked and Darien again trading blows in his top lane. Darien definitely going to be feeling a lot more confident. I don't think Wicked could quite take him solo as easily as he has been. Now he's got that Giant's Belt on as well. That extra 430 hit points will be helping him a great deal. Diamond Pro taking down the wards that were just around the dragon. Didn't manage to take that one down. And Crepo comes up, puts the ping ward down, and says, you know what, I'm going to take your ward down. So screw you, hippie. I will take it down. Diamond Pro starting out the blue buff. He's going to give that across, or is he going to stay? I wouldn't expect him to keep it himself, actually. He wants to cool down for his ulti. Here we go. Ping's going down. Darien takes the top turret down. Now they're going to go for Dragon. They've realised that's their opportunity. CLG will take this Dragon down, and it will be a very quick shred one and an easy pickup for CLG. So 2 turrets currently for Moscow5, middle and top. Meanwhile, the top one just for CLG taken down so far. Bottom lane pushed, but as has been the case with a lot of games lately, nobody wants to take that top turret down. The bottom turret, sorry. The ADs are quite happy to sustain. And look at that. So, what's that worth it? I don't know. I never know with the ward fights how that goes. So, So Diamond there with the Oracles just picked up 3 wards he's killed. Looks like he's going to go for a gank down the bottom. Meanwhile, Crepo used the yellow ward, 125 gold to take that ward down. Here we go, speed buff used by Diamond Pro there. Wasn't enough, didn't get close. And it's just going to back away. I think they're going to push the turret instead. Yeah, Darian's starting to head south as well. So they're going to go for this final turret push here. Moscow5. All 5 members of Moscow5 heading down south now. Here we go. We got Alexic and Darian heading across. The flash comes out there. Crepo's going to try and get away. The ulti comes out from Alexic. Didn't really catch on to him. Now he catches on towards Crepo. But the ulti coming out from Snoopy trying to save on towards Alexic. Alexic's going to get veered away. Alexic will go down there. And that was a one-on-one exchange there. Yellow Pete for Alexic. Alexic got himself far, far too deep. And Moscow5 continues to push on this. Have they got enough to take the turret down? Genja's trying to stick around as long as possible. It was too long for Darian. And Darian's going to get popped by Froggen. Now can they catch the dark binding on towards Genja? They're going to have to take that one slight opportunity to get it through any second now. Oh, Flash is just at the last second there. Very nicely played, Genja. Just about using the split-second abilities, and it is 9-6 CLG responding very well. And Aurelia farming top lane. So this is a 4-man push down this bottom lane. Well, actually it's a 3 because obviously Yellow Pete died early on. And they are going to push that bottom turret down. Meanwhile, the top turret is getting absolutely hammered. And Wicked will take down the first inner turret. So CLG coming out very strong. Despite Moscow5 going for the aggression and the engage there. I cannot believe that is how it turned out. Wow. Crazy stuff. People complaining about lag. I'm not too sure whether that's just a simple, the usual Twitch complaints, which I can do nothing about. It is not my choice who I stream on today. Or whether it's a case of there is a problem with the stream. I don't know. I've seen 0 drop, so I'm going to continue looking at the game. So red buff being picked up by Diamond Pro. Diamond Pro heading back in towards the middle lane here. Don't think they need to protect this turret. They're going to lose a very easy turret here to Yellow Pete and Frog, and there's nothing they're going to do about it. And that is the 4th turret for CLG. Turrets do win games, ladies and gentlemen. It's nothing to do with the kills. It is all about the fact that you are just got to take them turrets down. Simple as. Pink is going down. They want a ward in the bush there. And they want to catch out Darian as he heads down to the south towards his mid lane. CLG continuing on. Ghosty Pepper trying to do as much as he can here. Actually, an electrical surge from Alex is going the opposite direction. Half health taking off this turret now. Are Moscow5 ever going to react to this one? Genja's still down this bottom lane. He's teleporting back now because it's a 4v5 situation. Diamond doesn't want to dive in. He's got an Oracle. He doesn't want to lose that Oracle. And the rest of the team are just a little scared to get involved in this fight. Wicked is ready and waiting. He's got Trinity Force now complete. Oh, Darian surely could be a target there. You can see the Dark Bind is hitting him hard there. Darian taking half his health off. The other people just wanted to get that lock on. The Acid Hunter would have followed it up there. Gained up on his flacking out there. Wasn't quite close enough. Genja has returned to lane. They've realised their chance is gone. Genja is back in lane. So therefore we should just back off and buy. Let's have a look at the gold situation across the board. Well, 2,300 gold on Froggen at the moment. Froggen again catches Darian in that pool and Dark Bindings. CLG needs to be careful. They didn't just back away completely from this one. So let's have a span across the item builds. I've actually got Abyssal Scepter completed instead of Willie the Ancients for Alex Hitch early on there. Oh, Genja stealing away the big Wraith actually as well from Froggen there. The Acid Hunter is on towards Darian. Darian's taking a lot of damage, but again he can just lifesteal it all back now. He's at that stage where he can quite happily pick it up. 100 heals coming out from Ghosty Pepper as well. And again, 66 lifesteal, no problem. Picking all that health straight back that he's had hurting him. Diamond Pro taking away the jungle there as well. Takes away the big wolf. So just those small, tiny advantages stolen away by both teams. Just hanging themselves out. 24 minutes gone. Baron is inevitable. The fight for that will happen at some point, but certainly not laid out at the moment. No war placement really that way. Honestly, they just want to make a couple of picks. It does surprise me that Froggen's not been going towards Diamond Pro here. Instead, he's heading towards Darian every time with this Dark Binding that he keeps throwing out. Positions himself across, has got a ward. Actually, they're stood in a ward right now. CLG thinking they're being quite sly, but they were stood on a ward. Position reverse are going to come out. It's on towards Darian. Darian gets caught out. Ghosty Pepper and Alex is diving with the ulti. Froggen also popping his ulti as well. Crepo's going to take down very low. Didn't get to use just used his wish before he died. Wicked does manage to take one down. Darien also picking up a kill as he goes. Snoopy taken down very low now. Alex is just having to get out of this one. Diamond Pro now with the Oracle is taken very low. Moscow5 coming out on top. They're going to go for Yellow Pete. Didn't quite get the pulverize on him. Went for Froggen instead. Froggen getting caught out. He's going to back away. Yellow Pete turns around, picks up the kill on Alex Itch. Yellow Pete has now got the eyes on him from Genja. Can they get enough on him? But Wicked is going in. Wicked gets the stun, backs away. Froggen's also escaped, and it was a 2-for-2 exchange. And wow, what an intense, insane fight. Moscow5, honestly, I thought they were caught out of position, but they were fully prepared for that one. Position reverser onto Darien. Not sure was the wisest choice. Moscow5 were quite ready for that one. Obviously, he could just pull away, so there wasn't a great deal of ability spam straight away onto him. But immediately, you know, what a great fight. And these two teams are so evenly matched right now. It definitely could go either way. We saw Moscow5 slightly coming out on top of that one, but Froggen managed to avoid dying. He got himself into that top lane. Wicked came in just perfect time to save Yellow Pete. So very nicely played. Wow. Very intense game so far. Yellow Pete picking up the extra farm down the bottom. CLG now going to try and pick up this dragon quickly and quietly before they get spotted, but they are on top of a ward here. Well, Moscow5 not in a position to try and compete for this one. Instead, they're just going to have to take away this blue buff. And yeah, they are going to allow CLG to have that dragon, which gives them that gold lead a little bit more. It's only 2.6k though. Not a great amount by any stretch of the imagination. Darien now, he got called out a lot of times, didn't he, by CLG in the finals. Was way down lane when he should not have been. Has got himself the Zhonya's Hourglass now. Oracle's still on Diamond Pro. We'll spot this one and take away that ward. Yeah, positional river wards coming out. Moscow5 definitely with a lot better vision right now. Look at the vision across the board. CLG don't have a great deal of vision at all, other than that singular ward over on the blue. Moscow5 have a good idea of what is happening in the river. There is no Oracle still. Snoopy doesn't feel comfortable with the Oracle, I guess, on Nocturne. He is definitely a squishier champion than he's normally used to, but he's built it pretty tankily. He's got that Hex Drinker, he's got the Phage, he's got the Guardians on there, the Aegis, sorry. He is very strong. Shirelia's finally completed by Alex Itch, so double Shirelia's now on, along with that Abyssal. Means, actually, Moscow5, interestingly enough, have gone double Shirelia's, something they didn't do in DreamHack. They only ever went one, so they've gone double Shirelia's this time around. We've got Shirelia's on Crepo. So Moscow5 changing things a little since DreamHack. Will it be for the better? That is the question. Moscow5. You know, it's going to be interesting what goes through the minds of these players, especially after you know, the confidence hit that you could get from losing out in that finals 2-0 and the group stage, so effectively 3-0 over an event. It's going to put something in your mind to just make you doubt yourself, especially Darien's start early on. He's come back very well, but he's still 3-7-3, which is less than ideal for your top lane. Guardian Angel on Wicked means he's going to be ultra aggressive shortly. Again, that Acid Hunter doing his damage. Froggen having to use his Black Shield to block Alex Itch there, who was trying to get that stun on Froggen. Almost certainly would have come in with his ulti if it had landed correctly. All ultis available, by the way, for everyone. Every ability, every summoner cooldown, every single thing available. So the next fight will be a pretty epic engagement. Wicked trying to get himself in a position. Honestly, where are Moscow5 going? What is Alex and Diamond doing down the bottom here? Are they trying to confuse them here? They are. They're trying to catch out Alex Itch. Oh, they've dived up towards Wicked. Wicked with that Guardian Angel, though. Is that the right choice to go for? I'm not sure. Snoopy goes in. And Alex Itch is getting popped here. Alex Itch goes down very quickly. Wicked taken out very low. He's going to pop back up with that Guardian Angel, though. So it's completely the wrong target. I don't know why they did it. Moscow5, though, will take down Snoopy. Double kill for Yellow Pete. Triple kill. Surely no. It was stolen away by Froggen. Moscow5 do manage to take down Snoopy. But wow, it was just a 1-for-3 engage. And really, why on earth did they use double ulti on Wicked? Wicked with a Guardian Angel. Yes, they got to pop it, but surely they were going to be surely they knew that Moscow5, CLG would have reacted so quick. Oh, goes to Pepper, we caught out. Just about that darn bindings won't be enough. And then CLG are going to go for this. Honestly, I don't see whether it is Diamond Pro. Oh my god. I was just about to say, he's just got locked on him. Is Diamond Pro going to go for it here with the risk of losing in the Oracle to go for that? Is it enough? Now, bearing in mind we are on tournament server, this is not like the North American Ultra Baron, but CLG have peeled off this one. They don't feel they could do it. Maybe it is it. I don't know. I didn't notice whether the damage was quite down there. Was that Baron too strong? I'm not sure what patch we were on the tournament client, I've got to be honest, but they felt they didn't have that. And they backed away. That was very well bullied away from them by Diamond Pro. I think they were so scared that Diamond Pro could have easily popped his shield, walked in there, and Moscow5 going to react here. They've just taken down the ward. They're going to try and take Baron itself. Are they realizing it's a strong Baron? It's a strong Baron. That is a strong Baron, I think. Snoopy now, actually Snoopy ulted. The Diamond Pro manages to get the ulti, but nobody followed it up there. CLG going to try and catch them out. Snoopy back in it. Yellow Pete surely the target. I think Moscow5 need to peel away from this engagement. They need to back off. They do not have it. I think that Baron is the overpowered one, because they didn't seem to touch that at all, did they? I really don't know. Someone at Riot Games, please tell me. Daniel or Garen, if you're watching, please tell me what level this EU tournament client is on and whether that is like the overpowered Baron, because that seemed to me like both teams were like very unsure of what was happening in that fight. They peeled off so easily and did very little damage and took a hell of a lot. I could be just reading a little bit too much into it, but I don't know. I'll check that one after the game. It seemed to me like Moscow5 engaged it and were like, whoa, I'm not sure about this. Didn't really want to go for it. Anyway, let's have a look at how things are panning out. 5-1-1. Oh, and a Dark Pointers again landing on Darien. The damage is actually starting to tick on him quite hard, because the Bissell and Rod of the Ages to go with that Zhonya's. Froggen has a lot of damage. Stacks it up. Again, just stealing away the Wraiths there. And every little gold advantage is counting. CLG with around about a 4k gold advantage so far. 32 minutes gone into this game. Very close. Remember, this is a best of 3, ladies and gentlemen. This is not it. This is not all over. This is not GG on the win. This is best of 3 for position in Poland to get yourselves in that game. Shirelli's Reverie just been popped there by Crepo. Only actually took effect on Yellow Peterfield. They were trying to catch out Darien and trying to cut them off. They wanted to hit this turret quickly, which is why they've used the Shirelli. They only had one. Oracle's still sat in the bag of Crepo at the moment, and they haven't gone for it. Diamond Pro comes around the side there, dives in. Wicked hasn't got that Guardian Angel this time. Moscow5 in a much better position to fight this one. They're going to go for Snoopy. Snoopy gets completely hooked up by Diamond Pro. He's going to drop down. They're going to turn around. They're going to go for Yellow Pete now. Yellow Pete seems to be the target. Position reverser used to try and get himself out of it. Froggen comes in, uses the ulti, realizes they're in a dangerous position. I think Darien has to use the Sonya's Hourglass, survives out of it. Diamond Pro takes down one, takes down two. Aurelia dropped as well, and Froggen now the last man standing for Moscow5. Sorry, I tell a lie. There is also Crepo who managed to avoid it, but Moscow5 coming out much better in that fight. 4 for 0. They didn't get a single person. And honestly, they were much better positioned. As soon as Wicked didn't have that Guardian Angel, they completely got in there. And Moscow5 now will take the Baron down. I don't think it's the overpowered version, because they're taking it down much easier this time around. So, yeah, very nice bit of play from Moscow5. Do not rule anyone out in this match. It is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. It's 15-13. It's 4-3 in turrets. It's 1k gold difference. In fact, no, it's 500 gold difference. 34 minutes into this game. These two teams are in the very top echelon. Team Solo Mid are the only ones that seem to be coming close to them lately, as I guess you could say CLG North America as well, because they've had some very good results against them. But wow, they just know how to play against each other. They've fought each other so many times in these matches. And wow, Shirelli's Reverie popped to back out of that one, actually, I think. Yes, it was. Alistair popping Shirelli's Reverie, so they feel they need to back out, pick up Dragon quickly, go back and buy. What are they sitting on? A lot of gold. Yeah, 1,800, 2,000 gold across the board. All very nice. Moscow5 looking very good for it. They didn't quite finish off the Dragon then in the last pop. This is why there's Shirelli's Reverie, because they had to get back to protect this turret. And you can see CLG, we're going to try and cut them off. They're going to get there. They're going to realize, too late, guys. It has gone. So gold now in the favour of Moscow5. Once again, back across to them. 1k, 1.5k. Obviously picked up the difference between that dragon and the turret. So 4-4 in turrets. Just 2 kills apart. Both teams hitting that end game in terms of items. Don't quite have the Infinity Edge completed on Genja, and Genja's continuing to farm. He's got 2,900 gold though, so I suspect we're going to see it completed any second now, unless he goes for Bloodthirster. It will be Infinity Edge, as expected. So Cogmore now at prime build, prime build. But look at this, Warmogs on Urgot. Urgot very, very strong, very tanky, 3,200 hit points. He's got that BF sword as well to go with the Brutalizer, so we'll be shredding and doing a lot of damage if he manages to get locked onto you. But unfortunately, the position reverser in the last fight, I felt kind of put him in the way. He was kind of caught already, so he just used it as a case of, will this help me escape? It didn't. It didn't help him escape at all. As I take on some liquids, let's see how things are going to go. Ironically, Wicked said before this fight began, that you'd have seen it in chat, it says, we're going to have 3 60-minute games back to back. We are going to destroy your voice, Deman. We are not going to let you talk in the morning. And actually, ironically, I'm on Ready Up TV with Snoopy tomorrow, so hopefully my voice won't be completely ruined. We'll be on the, which is the Dignitas chat channel. You've seen obviously State of the League and all that sort of thing. I'll be on there with Snoopy, so we'll be discussing DreamHack and all sorts of funness. And I guess we'll be discussing this match as well, because as it is, this could well be another epic. Looks like Diamond Pro's on a different page from the rest of his team there. He's like, I'm going to tank it, guys. Oh, why are you not all here? Genja, get yourself down here. And the opportunity is lost. The Diamond Pro's like, really, guys? We could have took that turret down instead. With this Baron, and you know, Moscow5 with a Baron, there's only a minute left on it, and around about 40 seconds, in fact. You can see the time ticking. It is a 4-minute buff. All you need to do is that every quarter that goes by is a minute. Pretty easy to tell how long the timer is, and 3 minutes after that, Baron will be back. And actually, 2 minutes after that, Dragon will be back, because we know the exact time on that one as well. They took it shortly after it. Ghostly Pepper just toying with it. But again, Moscow5 with the Baron not doing a great deal with it, just as they did in the previous tournament. In the group stage, I guess you could say as well, they did nothing with it. Snooper used his ulti, dive out towards Genja. What on earth happened there? I'm gonna return that. That's just insane. How did that happen? How did Genja get caught out of position there? What? He looked okay. So he's ulti in. It's got to be position reverse, a flash position reverse onto Genja. Very nice. And that is just completely caught out, and that's put Moscow5 right on the back foot here. Will they catch them out anymore? I'm not going to speed things up, because it looks like they're going to continue to try and dive this one. Instead, they've used Shurelius, and they will all back away. Yeah, I don't think they're going to catch this one up. We are going to see Moscow5 heading away. We're only 8 seconds behind. I'm going to slow things down as we get towards the turret here. And they are going to push this turret. CLG will take this turret. There's nothing that they can do about it now. They've lost their long-range poke, and that is the first turret going down. Ironically, Froggen had gone back, so Froggen wasn't ready for that. He's still just making his way up lane here now, and he's only just joined them. And we're going to speed things back up, try and get back to normal speed. Oh, Wicked might get cut out of position here. Diamond Pro's going to pop his speed buff. Yes, he will catch him with the ulti. The GA will get popped very, very quickly, and that's going to be the Guardian Angel down. They turn around to pick up the blue buff, turn back to focus on towards Wicked. He respawns, tries to get out of it. CLG are like, good dude, you just got completely caught out of position. Dark Binding goes through, goes on towards Ghostly Pepper though, who was blocking the blue buff there. And they were not able to pick that one up. And again, let's try and return to game. This is a crazy, crazy match. And we are back live. So, let's see how things will go in this match. Let's try and get back live actually. As I tell a lie, I managed to slow things down somehow. Speed up, goddamn, plus it. Oh, it's not letting me, but it's actually on it. They're going to go towards Snoopy. Diamond Pro doesn't have his ulti. He just used it a moment ago. Are they going to take this advantage? They can't push this turret. What are they doing? They've got to take this one down first. I just don't know anymore. He's back to life. It's not having any, so I'm going to try and jump it. There we go. Turret just drops instantly as we jump back to life. So, I don't want to try and break things here on the client. We are on Tournament Realm. I didn't want to push it to its full advantage, but they do take one turret down, so that's a turret advantage now. actually tell a lie. CLG still have the turret advantage. With the timers. No, that's definitely 5. That's wrong, isn't it? That's wrong. That should say 5. It says 4. That's definitely. I was just like, I'm pretty sure there's 5 turrets gone down here for Moscow5, but I think because I did the backup on the client, I broke it. Ladies and gents, I found a bug in the client. If you jump forward when the turret goes down, it breaks the client. Okay, so that's all good. Riot Games, please take note. I found a little bug that I'm sure you probably guys knew about already, and I've just exposed it to the world. Sorry about that. If you're listening, guys, don't forget this is a best of 3, so go out and tell your friends. I'm not too sure if the stream's actually linked on the awesome Chrome links that are out there, whether people can see this, because this so far is building up to be an epic. 40 minutes gone now, just 2k difference. Well, that ward button placed down by Ghostly Pepper. Ghostly Pepper could get caught out of spot there. Still just 2 kills between the 2 teams, even in turrets. 2 kills is all that separates it. And ironically, the team behind in kills is ahead in gold because they've gone 1 Baron up in the advantage. I think it's around about equal on Dragons. I couldn't tell you. The Dragons has gone back and forth quite a few times now. Dark Binding's coming out from CLG. Not quite landing. Froggen backs up. Remember, both teams have a Shurelias. A double Shurelias, actually, for Moscow5. Iron Locket, the Solari, actually, for Crepo now. So teams are starting to definitely build up. Oh. Diamond Pro thinking of coming round. Diamond Pro very tanky now, by the way. If I'm pointing this out, oh, they're diving onto Diamond Pro. I'm not sure Snoopy's used his ulti wisely there. Can they catch onto him? He should get an exhaust down, but he's going to use his speed buff. He should be able to walk away from this before the rest of the team gets close to him. Has used his Shurelias, and now they're going to turn onto them. They're coming around the back. This is a split position. Ghostly Pepper now in trouble. He's going to go in. He gets the pulverize on the team. Alex Hitch comes in with the ulti on towards the rest of CLG. CLG going to have a hard work to turn this one around. Crepo gets dropped instantly. Snoopy also taken down low. Froggen gets dropped as well. Moscow5 coming out incredibly strong in this one. They're going to try and take Genja down, but it's going to be to the detriment of the rest of CLG. And that will be an ace for Moscow5. 5-1, they pick up another Baron. And Moscow5, well, GG well played comes out from Crepo. They feel it's over, but honestly, I shouldn't go that far just yet. We've seen it come out, a surrender vote from Crepo. My God, I did not expect to see that, but immediately the rest of his team say, no, remember DreamHack, remember Sweden. We were much further behind than this, and we were in a far stronger position than Moscow5 are right now at the end of it, because, well, Moscow5 19-17 up. They have that 4k gold difference, sorry, 6k gold advantage. Still even in turrets, and they've not even taken down, they've not touched a Nexus turret, they've not touched an inhibitor turret. Why would you say GG? Why would you do that, Crepo? Little Crepo. What is going wrong with you? I don't know. So Darian's going to take the dragon, and he'll pick that one up quite easily because they are very, very strong. This time, though, unlike before, they have a Cogmore who's got a lot longer range. When he hits that W, starts spitting in your face with the Bioarcane barrage. And he could definitely do some shredding damage on them turrets. It's not like they had Corki before, but they have got Darian this time who can take the turrets. We did say after the last game, why did you take the turrets? But honestly, I don't know. I don't know. People saying fix the lag. There is no lag. I've had 0 drops. Screw you guys. I've got 20 meg upload. There is 0 lag. It is all your connection or Twitch. Either or, I have no control of. I shall continue. 43 minutes gone in this game. Now, honestly, I still don't know which way this is going to go. Right now, I would say Moscow5, but I just do not know. I think Snoopy kind of threw a bit too much to get on towards Diamond Pro because he's very tanky right now. He's got a lot of armor. He can take a lot of damage. He's got 3,500 hit points. He's got the Aegis. He's got the Randians. He's now got the Phage as well, and he's got the Shurelians. So there's a lot of health in there. He's also got a Sheen, so he's got a bit of damage in there as well. Where are you going, Diamond? What? He's going to actually clear out the bottom lane. Okay, so Moscow5 want to push all the lanes here. Well, I'm not sure that's a great use of Baron, honestly. I think they should be as a 5 and pushing it. And there you go, Shurelian's revenue pop. They're going towards Darian. And then meanwhile, they've realised that the jungler is out. It's a 4v5. They're going to dive on. Snoopy's going to get taken down very low. Froggen's going to try and get in a yellow pit. Actually, position reverse onto someone. I didn't see who it was, but Wicked taking down very low. Oh, Diamond Pro comes in now. Genja just about gets away. He's got a Guardian Angel as well, firing it from long range, downtown, in your face. CLG, Moscow5 absolutely destroyed. They thought they caught in a great engage. I thought they caught in a great engage. Instead, Snoopy, now GG well played, comes out, and the surrender vote from CLG. This time they realize it is over. 23-17, Moscow5 take the first game with a 10k gold lead and some incredible team fights. Wow. Good lord, these guys know how to play and they know how to make it entertaining. What a fantastic match. I need liquid, I need something, because honestly my voice cannot take this abuse much longer. But we are going to have a look at the stats. Crepo 0-4-10. We have Snoopy on 4-4-9, Yellow Pete 6-4-2, Wicked on 4-7-8, Froggen on 3-4-6. But for Moscow5, 6-8-15. Remember, Darian was, I think it was 4 kills down, 5 kills down to Wicked early on. He was getting destroyed in that lane, but Wicked just couldn't turn that into dominance when it came to late game. Gosu Pepper as well, 1-1-17. Could you get a better support kill other than one less death? Fantastic play, fantastic play. He was involved in 18 of the 23 kills for Moscow5. Perfect teamwork there. Very nicely played, Gosu Pepper. Alex Itch, and Gosu Pepper, who takes a lot of abuse actually from a lot of people. Alex Itch there, 5-4-13. 8-0-13 for Diamond Pro. Diamond Pro, good God, is there anything this man cannot jungle with other than Nautilus? 3-4-15 for Genja. Wow, some amazing, amazing play and amazing, amazing stats from these guys. What a game. We're going to have the second match coming up shortly. And good lord, I'm not sure if my heart can even take it if it goes any longer than that. Don't go in here, guys. We're going to take a short break. I'm going to have to grab some liquid.